everybody, welcome to Spotlight MLRIT. And here we have with us Tanishq and Kaamil, previous members of CIE if I should say. But yeah, now they're out of CIE. And yeah, anyway, welcome guys. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing great, man.
Same here.
So yeah, they have a startup of their own. And today, this episode is particularly going to be about the students who are interested in making up their own startups, and theirs in particular, which is Lightheads. Their startup name is Lightheads. So yeah, let us start off, and starting with your personal opinions on what you thought of when I asked you to come on this podcast, come on this episode for this particular topic.
I was like, we were like, I'm pretty sure that he shares the same experience as me, but I was very happy that finally someone is starting a podcast in our very own college. This is something that even we wanted to do as students, but we are like very glad that you took this initiative.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a very simple process to start off with. I thought it was very simple. But then when I got to know about the more inside part of it, about how it goes on, I realized that it is too much of a hassle, too much of running around people or around guests, because your schedules won't match up. And content creation is that kind of sector where you'll have to manage a lot of your studies, and then particularly if a student, you'll have to manage all your studies and all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you're trying to fix up your schedule. You're trying to match your schedule with other people. At the same time, you're trying to be creatively honest to whatever work that you're doing, like specifically the recording the podcast and getting the honest, unfiltered thoughts.
That's amazing.
Out of the filtered
thoughts. But yeah, to start off, first tell me, how did you guys meet, and then you could brief me up about why you made this Lightheads, why the startup, and what do you think you want to go from here?
Yeah. We met over a virtual campus which I made in college.
Virtual campus?
Yeah. So like virtual campus is a place where people can socialize and all. So I made that during COVID because basically everyone were at home and it was very difficult to socialize. And after that, so that was on Discord basically. And
COVID times.
Yes,
COVID times.
Yeah. So after that, we met in college, and soon we started working for hackathons and projects. And during the hackathons, we had to put up a team name, so we just got the idea of Lightheads and we put up there. From there, the story started.
This sounded more like a love story to me.
Yeah, it could be that, like a bunch of lovebirds, techie lovebirds.
Techie lovebirds. Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we basically found, we basically gathered up all the people from college who were specializing in each department. For example, we found a bunch of people who are good at designing, a bunch of people who are good at graphics work, a bunch of people who are good at coding, and there are other people who dealt with hardware and all. So we got them all together and we formed Lightheads.
So different aspects of having a startup, all of you got together, started your own team.
Exactly.
Isn't designing same as graphic designing?
Designing is a very broad field. It could be you are designing a product, you can be designing
got it.
Yeah.
Designing a brand, to designing a product, to designing a application, a website.
Graphics related to manipulation of images and videos. So it can go a bit towards the content side, as well as it can intertwine and come inside of physical products, graphics also. So yeah, in that sense. When I say graphics, I basically mean video editors and photo editors.
Okay.
And when I say designing, I mean people who can design products and people who can design websites and applications. Yeah.
Now, when you told me about how you started off with having, being a team that usually participated in hackathons.
Exactly.
And went on to create your own startup. Now, is that a lot of work now, being a part of a startup?
So basically, we participated in the hackathons with the mindset that we will be able to upskill really quickly and gain that industry level experience from these hackathons.
Experience and skills.
Yeah, exactly. So once we had these skills, the most obvious step forward was to sell these skills. Exactly. Make money basically. So we formed a startup and we focused on providing services first, and also at the same time develop a product. In the product side, everyone was involved, and on the services side, it used to completely depend on the kind of work that we are getting from the client. So only few people will be involved at a particular time for a given client that we get or kind of project that we are asked to
not
make.
everybody is involved in all the projects that you get.
Yeah, not everyone is involved, no.
You have your own respective fields that you work in, and you divide yourself among whichever the requirement for the product is.
It depends on the size of the project which we are taking in.
Okay.
But our very own products, in that regard, like everyone is involved doing the work at the same time.
Okay, got it. And guys, they launched an app called Companion for particularly for MLRIT to share notes. Now, what about that project? Did everybody work on it?
Everyone did work on it.
And is there a financial side to it, or is it just a
not quite yet, but
charity kind of thing?
It is a charity you can think of as of now.
Who came up with the idea though?
The idea we both came up, I'll say. The main thing was we were facing an issue regarding the notes in our college.
Notes, okay.
Yeah. So we set up a Google Drive, which is bit.ly/MLRIT notes, and from there students starting coming in, and we saw the bit.ly statistics. And in the statistics, we have seen that there is a lot of traffic which is being driven into the website, I'll say. So from there, we just thought of an idea. Why not we platform bana de usko, why don't we get it onto a platform?
At the time of exams, we used to get around 3,000 visits on the link. In the span of 3 to 4 days, we used to get around 1,000 visitors every day to that link. And that was just purely out of people clicking on the link.
Okay.
So we were like, why not just create an app?
Do you make money out of that? Out of that 3,000
no.
people that
Currently nothing.
No, we did not advertise anything on it, so
okay.
No money
so
made.
There's no financial side to any of these particular projects.
As of now, there is financial part, but yeah, it depends on the kind of people that we on board.
Now talking about the financial side, particularly about your light heads, how much do you make per month? Are you comfortable with that, buddy?
Yeah, sure. So on a good month, we can individually make about 20 to 30,000 rupees
per project.
Month. No, per month individually. So
individually?
Yeah, a project.
Each member?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, a good month would basically consist of us getting about 2 to 3 projects that we need to make. It can range from anywhere between making a website to doing a designing work for a company, or up till making an app, ready-made, like a full stack app for the company. So anywhere in these domains can the projects revolve. So yeah, on a good month we can expect 3 to 4 projects, and then after we deliver we can make.
And now this is where the division that you talked about comes in, about people coming from respective fields. They work on the project requirements. And do they get the money alone, or is it shared around the company as well?
It is shared, totally depending on the work they put in.
Yeah.
So one of the advantages of having your own friends in your company is that there's no
monetary problems.
Division or share.
I don't know. I thought it was the opposite, because since you will have friends with you, I think it will be much of a problem to be.
I mean, it depends from person to person. Gladly, we do not have such kind of problem.
So, aapka bonding is kind of that way.
And we also stay upfront with whatever comes up. So that also works. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Light and chill.
Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Now that we talked about your whole operation that you're going on with, now we'll go back to the basics. Now, how did CI? You were members of the CI when you started this, right? How did that help you? Did it help you in any way?
We were the members of the CI first, and after that we actually started Lighters.
Yes.
So yeah.
So in a way, CI was always a part of your, or in the part of helping you out with
socializing and connecting with people. Yeah, it has played a big important role. I would say to a very large extent that in CI I got to bond with Tanishq, and I got to bond with Venkatesh.
Bonding and all. Okay.
So yeah, I got to work with these people very closely in CI only. So CI was a good platform for us to collaborate and work together.
So now Tanishq also talked about this. You also talked about this now. Socializing.
Yes.
How is that important? Because me particularly, after I started BTech, I realized that it's a very important thing, and I find it very easy to socialize though. But I can't say that about a lot of people. Now, how do you think it is helpful to students, particularly of first years and then moving on to get connections and all? How is it helpful?
With socializing, you get to get people's perspectives.
Yes. and also you get like a very strong network, a very strong distribution is key for in today's day and age, because attention is the money, attention is the oil. So if you have a very good distribution network, that is what everyone is like aiming for today. Let's take from biggest companies to biggest brands, everyone is starting their own YouTube channels.
Okay, yes.
Just for the reason that they should directly get into the consumer's mind. That is how like simply even this works, I'll say. If you go and like if a lot of people know you in the campus, you'll be approached with various ideas, as he said, perspectives and all, whereas when if you like, and you'll just open a lot more doors towards you. So I feel it's like important.
It's all about the experience or the skill that comes in with your friend circle. Is that it?
If you like boil it down to like whatever he said, like on a very fundamental level, on a very ground level reality, the things works the same. It totally depends on like how you're communicating with people and the people knowing what things you are capable of
and how your relation is with them.
Yes.
And what kind of relation you have with them.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, we talked about all the startup stuff until now, technical stuff. Now we'll get much more into it. Now, when I talk about the market that you have to appeal to, you obviously have a sector that you want to appeal to, or you want to get into with the startup that you've established. Does our college, help the students or give the right knowledge to the students in making them understand that this is how you'll have to work in the software field or in the startup field, in whichever domain that they want to get into? Do you think the college is going in the right way? Or would you give any suggestions?
Yeah, the college is going the right way because we have many workshops that have been conducted which are technology oriented, and then we have conferences, we have talks, regular talk sessions that are conducted at the auditorium. Like you might have been taken many times to the auditorium.
Talk sessions as in?
Talk sessions that basically come and talk. They talk about how the industry is evolving, or they can talk about some specific technology.
Okay.
Like there was a drone talk session about drones and all. These kind of talk sessions keep happening in the college. So I think college is putting in the right effort to make sure that students are well equipped with the knowledge of market, what is going on, and what all they need to do in order to acquire skills and form their maybe own startup or join a startup.
Get well versed with whatever is going on out there and have a clear picture of what they need to have to be in that field.
Yep.
So that's it. No?
Yeah.
This is something that I think we should talk about. When you thought of this idea, how did the college support you? When you put this on your table, like on wherever it did, how did the college help you? Did it help you in any way? And what was the involvement of the club you were in in your Lightheads?
So Lightheads was started basically through hackathons, right? So college of course helped us.
Oh yeah, okay, got it.
So college of course helped us like going to the hackathons and supporting us through the hackathons. It helped us very indirectly, I'll say, by letting us go out and go through hackathons, go to various events, conduct events, sponsor events in the college, as well as it gave us kind of a workspace to work in.
A platform.
Yes.
Platform.
Okay.
And when it comes to college, how does it help students in acquiring skills, or eventually it leads into whatever they want to do? So for example, with hackathons, colleges make sure like they fund like your entire transport expenses, and
they were your sponsor.
They do that.
Okay.
They do that for the students.
Yeah.
And if you win like a very good prize, or like if you secure a very good place, the college also hands out prize from their side to further motivate the students into continuing to do these things in the future. So in that way, college helps directly if you're.
And then it helps the college as well in return.
Yeah. It does.
Their own publicity.
Win-win situation.
Win twofold advantage. And recently everybody is in talks about this recession thing going on. I'm not sure if it affected you. Did it affect you? Because as far as I know, you guys do only small projects, no? Because that are gonna come in anyway. Did it affect you in any way, the company or your personal, education field? Did it help affect you?
So the main cause of recession was COVID. So I'll say the COVID batch, which is our batch, I'll describe it as. So from there was like, it is like just a stream of things which are happening, which has led to recession now.
Butterfly effect.
Yes, it's a butterfly effect. And then
very complicated term.
Basically, one thing leads to another, another thing leads to another.
But okay, let's not go into that.
Yeah.
Come on, answer.
So now the whole part of recession in the tech world, I'll say, is that companies basically do not have job openings. They have hired too much in the COVID times, just to because everything was work from home and they didn't have that much expenses of the offices. So they just hired a bunch of people and now they are they can't keep up with it. They just simply do not have the real estate or something, XYZ reasons. And because of that, many mass firings happened, and also they are not openings.
Wait, so you're telling me that you won't get a job?
Basically.
That's...
So when it comes to campus recruitments, FANG companies, all the FANG companies have imposed a hiring freeze for all its locations that used to work out from. And eventually, for example, if FANG companies do the hiring freeze, that thing trickle down to even smaller companies also. They also have to do the same thing, because that is how the money distribution thing happens at the companies. So if the top companies are affected, those effects will be trickled down to the smaller companies as well.
Now,
so
even after you explained all of this, the only thing that got into my head was there are no jobs.
There are no jobs. Yeah,
that
basically.
is a little he's right, but I would like to add it is a lot more nuanced over here. It is just not black and white. The situation is there are no jobs in the world. No, people are still getting internships. People are still getting jobs over here. It is more about the amount of work versus you have to put in to get the job. The standard has been raised. The bar has been raised.
Okay.
So that is
you have to be much more skilled.
Yes.
Ridiculously
job.
raised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not like mass hirings. Nahi chalega abhi.
And I would also say the pay is a little gone down. Yeah.
Down?
The rate at which the pay rise was increasing, that has kind of plateaued.
Yes.
Okay, now I get it. Butterfly effect. Is that
Basically.
it? The way you said it. Now I got it.
But I think it will be only there for our batch. But I think by the time it comes to your batch, the situation will be much more better.
I don't know if I'll get a job at least. But yeah, let's not go there. Okay, guys, enough technical stuff. We'll go into this fun rapid fire stuff. Okay, so let's go. Don't look at the questions. It's not rapid anymore. But yeah, first question. Who's the best teacher that you had?
Sujata ma'am.
Faster, dude. This is a rapid fire round.
Okay. Should I say it?
Answer kar do.
Okay, ठीक है, Vinod sir.
Vinod sir. Okay, got it. But then, worst teacher.
Ravindranath sir.
Louder, please.
No, I cannot be any more louder than this.
I'm
afraid he'll turn up.
Why do you think he's the worst?
Jokes aside,
He didn't send you to washroom.
No, I mean, he used to give us a lot of assignments and homeworks. That was
Relatable. I could
that's
say.
a deal breaker for me.
What about you?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, all the teachers are very good, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very safe.
One more year to go.
Jobs also. But yeah, anyway, next question. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of each other?
Stupid.
You're stupid. That is what he said. And what about you?
I'll say smart.
I don't know why he's answering in such a polite way, but yeah. Okay. Now, what were your bunking techniques?
Off the record.
It's recording like that. Come on.
I just walk out of the class. That's it. There's nothing.
Oh, club mein the na aap log. Much easier for you. You could say that. But okay.
You are saying that.
And you did that.
Neither accepting nor denying.
You all know the answer though. But
Very rapid fire going. Yes.
What do you think about this question? Like, who do you think is better in both of you?
Of course, me.
He doesn't need to answer that. He knows.
You're better.
Yeah.
In what aspects?
Everything.
सोचा था यही आएगा.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Everything I'm better. Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing that each of you remember of?
Of each other. Okay.
Rapid. Beats the whole point of having this.
It's from the trip.
Concert trip. What did you do? Just tell us what you did.
He's very scared to get on these, what do you call, Judas that we have, swings.
Oh.
You were scared of swings.
Literally very big altitude.
So it was not that big.
मुझे गिरेगा तो 20 मीटर गिरोगे भाई.
It was not that big. It was in Kerala when we went to Wayanad.
Yeah.
And there was like a very big swing. He was very scared to.
On the swing.
Yeah, on the swing. So it was.
What about him?
Come on, man. I just can't think of it right
ठीक है छोड़ दो.
छोड़ दो भाई.
Maybe he's perfect.
हाँ.
He just told he's better in everything. But
What?
maybe even in swingers, in getting on a swing, he's better than that. But okay. Now coming to the main question. Would you sell your lightheads company for money?
Yes.
No.
No. Very contradicting opinions being in one team. We'll go to that later on. Okay.
We have 50-50 votes, so.
Yeah. So. नहीं
You have
बिक्री
your own
कंपनी.
shares and all, you sell your 50% of the shares.
तो नहीं बिक्री भाई कंपनी बेसिकली.
Basically, it's not going to be sold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a part of you guys.
Yeah. Maybe when he says yes, I would turn my decision to no. So.
It's like keeping yourself safe.
Yeah.
In one way, you're checking on each other.
It's basically like whenever we both are ready for the decision, then.
What about the other members?
Other members, yeah, they would honor our decision because we would say that we have started this entire thing, so I would say like we have like the bigger say.
Bigger stake or shares.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also we would keep in mind what their thoughts are.
Okay. Now we'll end this rapid fire round here.
Yeah.
And going on to your startup phase. Now this is something very important for the people to know. Now everybody's like, okay, you made a company, college helped you, you guys made some money. Individually you make 20-30k per month. Now people don't know the distractions or the challenges that you faced. No. What were they? Now because when I talk about challenges, you'll have to manage everything. You have your own projects going on, you have your own education life, you have your own personal life, and the startup. So yeah, how did you guys manage? What were the challenges that you had?
In companies matter specifically, I would say a very fair amount of challenge would be keeping everyone on the same
boat.
Yes, exactly. And making sure everyone is on the same page and everyone knows what is going on in the company at a weekly basis. So that everybody is answerable. Okay.
Distraction for me personally would be Instagram. I can't stop.
Very relatable. I had my physics exam yesterday and I didn't study because of reels. I'm gonna fail by the way. Probably, most probably. But
hopefully not. So that would be my biggest distraction. I just can't get off reels and YouTube shorts. On a very general level, looking at startups and what their distractions could be is getting too passionate about your own project. I think you should always look at whatever you're doing or whatever product you're making from a very financial or a social
third-person perspective.
Yeah, you have to introspect a lot and look at it. Like you have to balance the social and the financial impact that you're trying to get from the product.
Easily tunnel vision ho ja sakta.
Tunnel vision is like a very.
What is tunnel vision?
So you're basically focused too much on one thing, so you just only see that thing.
Okay. Only you're blinded to all the other opinions that you have, and you're focusing on only one thing.
Yes.
So that's a bad thing.
And getting too passionate with your, like falling in love with your product.
But wouldn't that make you more motivated, in a sense?
Yes, that is what startup founders should be theoretically, because you should be very motivated towards your idea. You should be very rigid towards your idea also, because the world is coming against you whenever you're going with a new idea or an innovative idea.
It's like you're in the competition. There's a lot of people to oppose you, challenge you.
Motivation is a great thing, but only if it's in like the right direction.
Yes.
If you're motivated towards the right thing.
Yes.
So that is where I'm coming at.
You must be more aware. Yes, there might be other things also to it. There might be other perspectives.
You might lose track of the right direction if you're too much in love with your own product or idea. Yeah.
That was too much information in just a single question but yeah, it did brief up a lot of the answers that I was hoping of, that a lot of the experience I was hoping for to get. And now we'll go on to what exactly you're going to do about this thing. Because about now coming on to what you're gonna achieve from here. Where are you gonna go from here? You're almost done with college, no? You're almost done with your B.Tech. 1 saal baki hai bas.
Yes.
What
Thanks
about
for reminding.
We'll get to that later on. Later on we'll get to that. But yeah, what do you think about your future scope? About the company and yourself?
We are going to continue to work on the company, and we're going to create a system in such a way that all of the works can go on without us being at the steering wheel.
A self-sustainable model
Self-sustainable
of a company.
model. Yeah. And in the meantime, we'll also try to look for jobs.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we need to have a very stable stream of income first, and then only then we can like support our startup in a very nice way, you know, wholeheartedly.
When you talk about support, are you talking about the financial?
The financial
support.
Yeah,
yes.
very much.
But how much do you put in every month to maintain the startup that you have?
If you talk about the services that we like provide, so it is essentially, it can vary from anywhere between 4 hours per day to 8 hours per day. It depends completely on the kind of like, you know, projects that we are getting.
I'm not talking about time.
Yeah.
Look, how much are you going to put in financially?
Financially, at this point of time, we put in all the money that we make right into the startup. Yeah.
So you make no profits?
We do make profits, but we are trying to scale our business as much as possible, getting the word out there.
Yeah.
It's all about advertising or branding yourself in the market.
It is reinvested.
We are reinvesting because like eventually we are kind of increasing the cap size of the company.
Shares hai to de do bhai. One day I might get rich, you never know.
Sure.
You know, 200 years from, not 200, okay. 50 years from now, my grandchildren will be, you know, very rich. Okay. Anyway, now, you know, I think we've covered every single topic that we could provide information about. But yeah, let us get into now. Let's talk about, I told you, you're almost done with college. 1 year baki hai. How are you feeling about that?
It is more of ki
emotional or
pretty much, yeah.
It is more of ki the place where we have spent the most of the time in the last 3 years, I'll say. The 8 hours which we come over here every day, sit on something, work attend classes, work, and work on our startup. Basically, everything will be shifted. So the environment will be changing where we work in. So it will definitely have an impact.
You are basically going to become a full-grown adult because you're gonna have to do a job.
Yes,
sustain with the family, your own family, whatever.
Yes.
But that's too much of a reach. But yeah, that's it.
All this wonderful infrastructure that we are getting for basically nothing, and then
that is
now
true.
We'll have to.
And when you talk about the self-sustaining model of, you know, making your company in that way, I don't think you would have any support from the college. No, now that you're almost out of the college, you have to do that yourself. Is that it?
Yes. It is kind of now we are out in the real world.
You'll have to manage things by yourself.
Hustling by ourselves.
And that is how the world is out there. Not, you know, you won't always be in the college's shadow helping them helping you out. You'll have to go out in the real life.
Yes.
Make your own decisions. Get into the hard side of the hustle. But anyway, and yeah, that's it. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. When I was searching through your stuff online, Lightheads ka, I found your picture and your resume. वो pop-up हो जाएगा इधर देख लो. Viewers, look at it here or here, maybe. Yeah. What do you have about that picture?
I am assuming it's my LinkedIn profile picture.
It is. It is where you look at a random direction.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't do. He had it up for 2 years.
It is still on.
Found nothing wrong with it.
All your past is coming back to you.
Yeah. There is.
He has no boy. Okay, let's not go much into that.
I've grown in beard since.
Sure, whatever you want to say.
Okay, that was okay. Oh my God, is this not a beard?
I don't know. I can't judge.
Okay.
I can't judge. Look at me. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, guys, that is it. And you know, if you want to ask any other questions as well, they'll be available on our Discord server all the time, like all the other guests. And I'm sure, because I already told you about how important Discord is. So yeah, they'll always be there because they have their own network to connect with. And if you have any doubts, you can get the link in the description to the Discord group. And yeah, contact them. And that's it. Thank you for viewing. We'll meet in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.